Hello my beautiful puddings, welcome to April's studio vlog. It's not really going to be like a normal vlog but more just like a little catch off of what I've been doing because I have been working a lot at my other job and I've mostly been working on filming my pudding tutorial, which should hopefully be coming out next week, but it depends on if I get called in. So it just mostly be little snippets of what I've been working on, some commissions, what I've been working on in between the tutorial, and then at the end I'll just show you where I'm up to on the tutorial and what I've got planned for May. So we'll get cracking. I didn't get off to the strongest start in April. I was trying to film a lot of the tutorial and get a lot of things done between work, but my mental health and my physical health were both declining very rapidly. So I started making these duckies because it was easier for me to start them and finish them very quickly and get that like gratification of finishing something, whereas with the tutorials it's such a long process. I wasn't getting any gratification even if I was like getting a lot done because it wasn't the finished product. But the duckies are good. I got them done for a collection that I'll be doing in the future where it's like a little swim school collection. So they'll have the ducky rings and little swimming trunks and stuff that I've already made. So I did these ones, and I also kind of went catatonic and then went rogue on this bedazzled skull. I started it ages ago and I wanted to revamp it up to a kitty style one, so I'll be making a whole video on that in the future. And then I got started on some charms. So some of them were for a commission for Jackie, and I did heaps of Studio Ghibli ones and some frogs. The sprites especially from Spirited Away, they were fun with the fur. And hot tip, if you're cutting fur, use little baby scissors and cut really shallowly so that you're not cutting through the pile, because if you cut through the pile it'll make the fur really short, but if you cut it really shallowly just like the woven fabric, then you'll be able to leave the fur nice and long. Putting the eyes on was a pain in the ass though. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. I also made the legs for the sword sprites using plaited embroidery thread. No, it's not embroidery thread, it's top stitching thread, and that I love to do because it makes a cool little rope effect, and I love doing it for legs and like little bag straps and stuff like that, even sometimes shoelaces if you want them really chunky. But anyway, I made Snorlaxes, soot sprites, no face, Calcifer, and some frogs.
It's just past 5 AM. I'm up. I'm just about to list the Ghibli and Pokemon charms on the website, get them ready for later today, and then I'm going to do some editing of all the footage that I've taken this week, and then I'll get ready for the day probably about 8 o'clock and I'll hopefully finish filming today on the rest of the tutorial. So I've got a lot to do and a lot of chores to do as well around the house, grocery shopping and things like that. So I've got a lot to do, but that's why I'm up at 5 AM.
So I ended up only getting half of that stuff done because I ended up being really sick, and the next day I ended up having to go home from work and go to the doctor's to get my B12 shot, but I'm feeling heaps better now, just for the record. And I did push on and get a lot of filming done of the faces, and this is their little eyes in the LED lamp. Welcome to a new segment I like to call What's on My Desk. So over here we've got my pile of threads. This happens when I've been working with things that have a lot of different colours, and I literally just get them out of the drawer, match them, and then throw them here. We've got paints from when I was working on Calcifer. I've got my pink bedazzled kitty skeleton and all of the beads, my wonderful mini iron, which isn't on, don't worry, it's not going to burn the house down. Over here I've got my tray of all my charms that I've been working on. This is my order for Jackie. Hello Jackie, I know you're watching. So that's what this is what I keep my work in when I'm going to be taking it in the house, or if it's just smaller stuff like this, and then I can just move it around. It's really easy like that. We got Duke and his guitar. I've got my journal with all of my beautiful ideas in it. Well, my ideas aren't beautiful, my journal's just beautiful. If you're a patron, you can actually see what is in here every month, and well, actually you could go back and see what's in there entirely. My water, stay hydrated, all my tools, This fabric here is for my upcoming overalls tutorial, and if we go past the little broom stand there. So we've got our dog, we nearly finished the tutorial, just got to do the mouth and the ears. Same with my cat, just put them there. And here we've got a leopard that's all cut out and got some little toe beans there. I'm going to be starting it for my little felting tutorial that I'm going to be doing in May, but I won't actually be finishing the doll off for ages. And then here I've got my social planners and my monthly calendar. And then I've just got a whole big pile of like boxes and stuff, my mock kit, some shipping invoices, and this is a blank page for my next page of the book. And Tort's Corner's looking a little bit sad. We've got a box of threads. And this is a bag that has 2 mink, I believe they are, in it that I'm supposed to be repairing for my best friend, but I'm just liking they've been sitting there forever. And Tort's water, because she always tries to drink mine, so I had to get her one that's exactly the same for herself. And that's what's on my messy ass desk this week. So that's basically it for like my main bit of footage. I'm sorry it was really short. I just mostly want to get back in the habit of filming pretty much everything I do, doing studio vlogs at least once a fortnight, probably going to end up being monthly, doing a tutorial each month, so that'd mostly be like clothes and accessories and stuff to go for the pudding kit. And then I'm also going to be doing creation videos hopefully each week, depends on how much I'm working at my other job, but I want to get in the routine of pretty much filming everything I do so that YouTube can be like my main thing. As far as my plans go for May, I want to get the pudding pattern and all the tutorials done. I want to get a couple of clothing options done, like tutorials and patterns out as soon as possible. And I also got invited to do my first gallery show in July. I'm going to be pumping out work for that as soon as possible. I'm only going to have 2 or 3 pieces, so they will have their own videos, and there's like a whole bit of a backstory on like I want to do it as its own collection, but we'll get to that in the next video. That's about it for April. If you like this video, please give it a like, leave a comment to see what you want to see me make or what you liked, and I hope you all have an amazing day. I love you all so much. Bye.